Hello students, today we're going to start our observational drawing lesson. An observational drawing is just drawing something that you are looking at. Step 1 of observational drawing is find something interesting to draw. It can either be inside or outside your home. If you are going outside, make sure your parents or guardians know where you're going or are accompanying you. You could also set up a still life inside your house with various objects. This is a bathroom still life. Drawing some keys could be interesting. Here's a still life of some hair care products. These are my son's toys. Putting some toys together in a still life could make something very interesting to draw. How about some office supplies? This banana has a lot of interesting organic shapes. That could be fun to draw. You could pick your breakfast, lunch, or dinner and draw that. I see some circles and some straight lines and some diagonal lines on this bicycle. That might be interesting to draw. Lots of unique details. How about drawing some fruit? Make sure if you're getting food out to draw that it's okay with your parents or guardians. The reflections on these items would be interesting to draw. How about drawing your favorite drink in your favorite mug or cup? It could be fun to do an up-close drawing of something. These vines and leaves might be interesting to draw as well. This tugboat could be interesting to draw. This bridge has a lot of vertical and horizontal lines as well as some diagonals. The color of this tree caught my eye. What about drawing a silhouette of something? Picking out some stuffed animals and putting them in a still life can be a wonderful thing to draw. Once I've found what I'm going to draw, I'm going to look for lines and shapes that I recognize. I see all kinds of shapes on the still life I picked. I see circles for heads. I see ovals for feet. I see that Mickey has some ovals on his shorts and on his eyes. And I see triangles. I also see some organic shapes as well. I also see some lines on this art. On Raggedy Ann's legs, I see some curved lines for her striped socks. I see a zigzag line at the bottom of her little dress. And I see tons of curved lines. Some other tips as you draw are to draw large, not small. I always tell my students when they draw really small, they don't have anything else to add to their art. Also, look, draw, look, draw. It's observational drawing. You have to look at what you're drawing and keep your eyes going back and forth from what you're drawing to your paper. Lastly, add details, shading, color, and texture. So in my drawing, I decided to focus on the Raggedy Ann doll. And what I'm doing is I'm looking for those lines and shapes I recognize, and then I'm drawing them. I'm thinking about placement, I'm thinking about size, and I'm basically working on the outline of the shapes that I see. So here I am adding more detail. I've added in the half of the bear's head that I can see. I've added in the Mickey hand toward the bottom left. I've added in the little zigzag green stripe or ribbon along the edge of the dress. So I'm working on just adding more details. Okay, so here I'm starting to add some different values into my art. I really just love Raggedy Ann's yarn hair, so I'm starting to do some dark reds and light reds, and even for the darkest areas, I'm adding in some purples. Now, you don't have to use the colors I did, but thinking about value, about light, medium, and dark can be very useful in your art. So I'm starting to add light, medium, and dark values into the art. You can probably see that on the Raggedy Ann shirt, that there's a light blue, a middle blue, and a dark blue. Now, if that's too complicated for you, you don't have to do that, and it's up to you on whether you actually want to add color to your drawing, but it can make it look really great if you choose to do so. I noticed a shadow behind Raggedy Ann, so I'm going in with a black colored pencil and adding a shadow there. You could choose to do that in your art if you want to. So on your own drawing, just continue to add details as you see fit. You might just be working with a pencil on paper, that's fine. But you're going to be the one noticing and adding your details to your art. So it could also be a lot of fun to take your paper and your pencil and your colored pencils and paint if you have them and go outside and draw. You could just go outside with a pencil and paper. It can be very relaxing to be out in nature drawing, and that's observational drawing. So from the top, this is what you want to do as our review. First, you want to find something interesting to draw that can be inside or outside. The second part is look for lines and shapes you recognize. The third step is draw big, not small. The fourth step is to look, draw, look, draw. It's called observational drawing for a reason. It's because you're using your eyes to look at things. And lastly, add details, shading,